This is going to be the insane story of one of my students who jumped from $5,000 a month to $165,000 in only 30 days. That was an insane jump, and there was a lot of preparation going into that, and we're going to talk about exactly how we've actually achieved that. But I honestly think this is going to be one of the most valuable interviews because it's just going to show the truth about dropshipping and how it actually progresses over time. So definitely watch the entire thing. Also, he's actually pretty famous in his country, and that's the reason why he didn't want to be shown on camera, and I basically had to blur his face for the entire interview. But let's get started. Welcome to the interview. We've started to work together, I think like half a year ago, something like that. It's been a pretty interesting journey. I've seen how you, with the one thing which stood out definitely to me is that you did things really fast. You implemented things extremely quickly. And you also did the scaling process very, very fast. So maybe you can talk about your experience, how everything went, and what your story is in general.
So, in the beginning, I watched a lot of videos for dropshipping. Like my native language is Arabic, and I watched like tons of videos in Arabic about dropshipping, about the concept. It was actually new for me because in the beginning I was just watching many different things about different models, how you can make money online from home, and many of these videos were not adding much value, but with dropshipping I liked the concept. I watched a lot of people like making like free courses online, and and eventually I actually even enrolled with one online course, 1v1 course as well. I learned a few things, but actually the concept the mentor taught me didn't really work well, and so I made some understanding about the dropshipping in general, but I didn't really make sales, didn't make money of it. We made some sales, but was not profitable. Commitment was not very good from his side, and so then I kept watching more things, and then long story, like got involved with so many different people until I found your channel, and I liked a couple of videos, and then I thought, okay, let's I had been in this for like 10 months or 9 months. I had started to to be demotivated a little bit, but because of I had spent so much money on that, and I realized that the moment I'm going to stop doing this means that all the money I spent is just completely lost now, and this was not an option for me, because I had really had all my mindset that this is gonna work, and had made my future plans for this, and if I was gonna pull out of this, that was gonna really hurt my life in total. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna give it one more shot. I'm gonna enroll in a one mentorship program that I'm gonna choose very carefully, and then this is hopefully gonna work this time. And I found your program. I found your YouTube channel, and then I watched like many videos. And the difference is, other mentors, what they do is they have a system that works, and they want you to implement this system, but they don't have scientific base, like why their system works. Mm-hmm. So they know that 1 + 1 = 2, but they don't know how it's calculated. They do success, they make money and everything. I completely understand, but if they adjust a little bit, they don't know, they don't optimize the system. They just have a working formula, and they keep applying it. The difference with you is you have explanation for everything. I'm being very honest. I'm not saying like I'm not trying to make it look better. This is my honest opinion, that the main difference between you and other mentors is that you know why this works. And once you know why this works, and you teach me why this works, we can do it in even better ways, because we know the concept, we understand it. We just don't apply it just like that. We understand it. So this is the main difference. And as you know, that my brother is my partner in everything, and even this, what he told me this guy understands, not just applies, understands. So we started together because, like you told me, that I had good knowledge about dropshipping, and not necessarily from the other mentors. You know, if you watch all the videos online, you get very good knowledge about dropshipping in general, and
Yeah.
this prepares you. This prepares you for the mentorship. When you go, you just need the keys, and you know, of course, the strategy, the game changer you gave us in the beginning, that worked very well, and then, you know, my question in the beginning of the program, when we made the enrollment call, like, was, okay, how many products I'm gonna test to find the winner? Because I had tested like more than 30 products, seriously, like on Facebook and on TikTok, more than 30. And I've been told, you may, from not from you, I mean from others, that you may find the winner from the first one, you may find it from the first 30, you may find it from the first 50. And you know, this didn't make sense for me, but I was testing. I don't know if I was testing in the correct way, but I was testing. But when we had the introduction call with your team, and they told me, okay, you're gonna find your winner within the first 5. We're not gonna promise, but I mean, this is what happens. And I was like, okay, I agree to find it in the first 10. You know, there's no problem about that, because I'm nowhere near bored. I'm gonna give this all what I have. The funny thing is, the first two products that we tested, we had our winner for sure, and then we had the other products was making sales. It's now my one of my best upselling products. So that was like completely different. You know, we made the product research, you approved the products, and you told me we're gonna start with this, and this actually worked. And we scaled it really fast because we didn't have the budget in the beginning, but then we arranged, because okay, this is working, so all what we need is budget. And the thing is, you don't want to risk money if, you know, of course, it's very difficult for you to borrow or make a loan when you don't know if this is going to work or not. But if you have a working module and all you need is money, and you know that when you invest more, you're going to win more, then it's easier decision for you to take a loan or borrow money or something. And what we do is we arrange a budget for scaling, and we scaled really fast. You know, I would be honest, we did it like we could have scaled in better quality. We didn't really follow exactly what you said, because we were like rushing things a little bit. But anyway, you know, I'm satisfied with the pace we went, and then, you know, we crashed into some like obstacles, like, you know, PayPal holds and Facebook, you know, Facebook stuff, you know, like stopping our ads and stuff. But eventually, you know, working with your team and discussing all the problems, we were getting over everything. And some of them took some time. Some of the problems took some time, and some of the problems you already had the solutions ready, and some of them were different because of where we are from, which is not a country I think you've worked with a lot. So well, that was it, you know. And now, I mean, we're less stressed, we're relaxed a little bit, even if things sometimes here and there we have problems, but it's like nice problems.
Definitely. Yeah, amazing. So first of all, I want to say a couple of things here. Basically, number one is the thing with a 1 out of 5. Normally, I don't even say that to most people, because they don't want to, like, also you, I didn't like fully promise that, and you can always see like something can go wrong where it's going to take longer. However, with you, basically, I saw two things which kind of are almost like those two things are very, very easy to help a person. And if you have those two things. So number one was you already were successful in another job. And you could clearly tell by like your social media, etc., that you definitely already had some other success in other things you did, which is important. Number two is you already told me, look, I've been trying this. I actually have tested 30 products, which is not the normal baseline I've seen with a lot of people, because most people, they just watch videos and they don't start, and then that's it. And if a person comes to me and tells me like, yes, I didn't find a proper first winner, however, I tested 30 products. For me, that means that number one, they're going to be able to execute exactly what I tell them, and number two is not that they're not going to quit super easy. Because I understand if you already tested 30, it's not a big deal for the first 3 products we're going to test together to fail, and you're not going to stop after number 3, which a lot of people unfortunately do. So that's why I kind of was like pretty confident in working with you together and generally in making this work. But yeah, for you, maybe you can like share your screen. We can go through how things went before we actually started, and then what's changed from there.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so we will have some.
Not on the laptop.
We will have some editing here. I forgot.
Actually, let's do it like this. Let's add this in the end, so we can finish up the conversation, and then we can add this screen stuff later. But just that, so I know for the references, how much did you make roughly? Like from how quick you scale, etc.
So when we had the funds to scale, the first month so we had 2 phases, because the first phase we put some cash in, and then the second phase we put more cash. The first phase we made around 15K in profit the first month, and then the second month we hit the 30K, 33K in profit for the second month. So I can actually share my screen with that. So in July, that was actually, we started in July, and our sales was 7,500. So that was the beginning, but nothing really happened. And then in August, okay, we generated less, and then here came the thing with September. That's where we really scaled.
that was a pretty quick jump. So you went to like 7.5K per day on the top days, and consistently was always like mainly over 5K, which is amazing. Yeah. So how much of that roughly was profit?
Yeah. So I can also show you the breakdown for that. We have this app that is tracking things. So we said that was in September. Okay, so in September, okay, we have, this is the profit, 38,000.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So almost 40K in pure profit in one single month from this. Great. And this is only one product, by the way. And yeah, I mean, how did things evolve there? Because actually, what's really interesting to talk about here as well is that if you go back to the analytics, you can clearly see that in July, when it started to work, how much were you doing per day? Like 1K or something like that, was it?
Yeah, I mean, I can't even remember, but I think we were going very low, because even the order value is 16.41, and we were selling the same product for much less, much less, and our cost was higher. So by time we could actually decrease the price of, now in August, I think we had increased a little bit. You see the order value is better, but we had issues. We were stopped by Facebook from advertising, and we had issues. And then the thing with I'm going to show you something else. This is okay. September, like we mentioned, was very good, but we also, the order value increased. You told us to start the upselling, and we weren't really. It was crazy, because you said upselling is very important, but we were always thinking that upselling is like luxury. Okay, we're gonna have the main issue first. The product itself is more important, and but actually upselling is amazing, because upselling like increases profit by crazy amount, because all this profit you don't pay shipping again, and all this profit is amazing. And this is something that, like, I always said to my brother, like, Michael said, upselling is the main thing, and it is the main thing. And then, okay, I'm gonna go from October 1 to October 15. So that was 80K. I'm not gonna go after 15 because we have issues and I'm not gonna be measurable. But you see also the order value is 22.74, so it's increasing because we added products to the store, and it's selling even from upselling and even selling from just normal thing. And then you see the returning customer rate is increasing. Some of them are making 2 orders the same day, so are not really returning, but we have the returning rate is extremely high. Because with our product, everybody who receives the product really orders again. And the thing is, we could have done much better, but the thing is, this product is customized, and we don't have space to improve in many different ways. If it wasn't customized, we could have even done shorter shipping times and stuff. But so now we've automated our customer service. We have already a virtual assistant, overseas. She does everything, and we don't really worry about the emails and the customers anymore. And we just try to put all our energy into new things.
Yeah, amazing. And it's really interesting. I'm going to stop your speech here. It's really interesting to see this because you got from 0 basically to 1K per day pretty quick, and right basically after testing it. However, then for almost a full month straight, you were at 0. And the reason for that was Facebook, because you wanted to have like a really good system in place on how to set everything up, and basically set everything up with agency accounts and do everything the proper way. And that just takes time, and that's very normal. And a lot of people, they say, okay, if I do everything perfect and if I have a perfect strategy, I need to make money instantly. There's no other way. And in reality, that's not reality. It's not true, because there will be other external circumstances which will kind of put their foot on the brake, basically, because it's just things which you cannot influence. Facebook blocks you. What do you do then? You can either go the quick route and test a bunch of other things from other Facebook accounts and have other problems, or you go the proper way, have like a really strong system built, have agency accounts, have everything done perfectly, and it's just going to take time, and it's normal. Even though you do everything right, that month you didn't make money, which is fine, because you have kind of set up yourself for the next month. And obviously we scaled there very, very, very quickly to like 160K in 1 month, which is really, really high for the first like good month, because normally the first good month is not 160K, because before that, the highest month you had was like 7K. So maybe you can also talk about the experience of scaling, where you did that, and like how it also felt for you.
I mean, it felt like a dream, honestly, because this is life changing. This is so much life changing, and you start to before you start this, like anyone before they start dropshipping, they're thinking about 5K per month, 10K per month, like 12K per month. To be very honest, because like you said, we have business and we have successful business, and so we understand that our ambitions are always extremely high. And when we said, okay, dropshipping, let's do dropshipping, we didn't even mean 30K per month profit. We meant like much more, So this was our mindset helped us that to scale faster, to not say, okay, this is enough. No, we're gonna always look for ways to do it faster and do it bigger. And we want to get the best out of this product, because eventually this product, I don't know when, but maybe one day some other product will show up and this will die. So we want to do the best out of it before it disappears. But it felt like amazing. I felt very grateful as well, because like I told you, we've followed many other mentalities. Okay, good people, successful people, but they didn't give us the understanding, which is, I believe, in our case, we're not people that will just copy paste. We use our brains. We adjust things a little bit. Sometimes we're right, sometimes we're wrong. But we use our brains, So you help us to use our brains instead of telling us to just do this, copy paste until you find the winner. I mean, this was not something that was gonna work with.
Yeah, so this is a very different approach to different people, because what I said before with you, because you already had success with other things, that's okay. However, for a regular guy who never had a single business in place and they don't even know what the like problems are, they don't understand anything, it's better to copy paste without double thinking, because using your brain only works after you're at a certain level. And even for me, if I would start a random business somewhere in a place where I have no clue about, I would still understand the basic fundamentals of business in general. And if I understand the fundamentals of business, I can keep thinking and keep using my brain a little bit. But this is a little bit more advanced advice, which I agree with, but only for advanced people. But for you, you say that this is definitely like life changing. What would you say? What changed in your life? How did it impact everything for you?
Yeah, no, now of course, when you start to make this sort of success, like financially, you're gonna start to think. You're gonna start to think you're gonna improve the quality of life of your family. You're gonna improve. You're gonna help more people in your life. You're gonna do a lot of things you want to do. I mean, this is different. Some people have problems in their lives. This is solving the problem. Some people don't have problems. They just improve the quality of living. And this also puts something in me. I want to help more people, like seriously, with advice. And this is why I got someone that said that actually signed up for your program as well, because I'm not selfish. I want like people to do well, and that's it's less stressful. It lets you relax a little bit more.
100%. And I've also seen this kind of like evolution for me and for a lot of people who start seeing like really good success is at like around 10K profit per month. You actually start becoming financially free, but it's only you, and you're not going to be able to actually change a lot of people's lives if you stick to 10K per month. I'm not saying that 10K is not great; it's amazing. However, it's great for you and maybe your very, very, very tight circle. And after a certain point, I would say like around 25 to 35K profit per month, if it's consistent. If it's 1 month, it doesn't matter. But if it's actually, if this is consistent, then it starts to become a more, the approach is different, because if you're not going to start balling and to spend like 25K per month privately, which I assume a regular guy is just not going to do in the beginning, it's going to be much easier to actually help out family and your closest friends in a way which is life-changing for them. And if you see, okay, someone from your family is struggling, you understand it's not a problem at all to send $5,000 every single month to them. And for them, it's life-changing. For you, if it's 35, if it's 30K, whatever, it can actually make a real impact after a certain point. And I've seen that personally, that if you want to stick to 10K, great, but you're not open to this idea of not you only being able to live a financially free life, but actually being able to get the same thing for your circle. And
I think like it's a very limited mentality if you're going to stick to whatever sort of success, even if it's 100K per month. If you're going to stick to 100K per month for a year, then you're doing something wrong, completely wrong, and your mentality is very limited. Even if you're sticking to 100K per month, because the good thing with dropshipping is eventually by time you're going to automate everything, and problems are going to be much less, and solutions for problems are going to be there most of the time, and the revenue stream is going to be various. So if something stops, not the whole life stops. So the normal thing, if you're thinking correctly, is that you're going to improve and improve and improve, and the improvement is not going to stop, and scaling is not going to stop. So sticking to any sort of, it's the same like a 9 to 5, but a good 9 to 5 job. No, but let's just scale more and more, and the limit is the sky.
Yes, agree. And it's basically just that people don't really understand that it's possible. And I also personally had the same thing. I remember how the first time I saw like 1K per day, I was not open to spending more. Like it was just like, okay, I'm spending a couple $100 per day. I'm making 1K per day, which is already insane. but I until a person told me, just called me out on it and told me, hey, just spend more money and make more. Until then, I didn't spend more money because I kind of didn't like, it wasn't even open for that. There was not even a possibility to even make way more than 1K per day. So yeah, like for me, it would like, that's why also, by the way, I told you to do it a little bit slower, because for me, I did exactly the same thing from 1K to 8K in like literally 5 days. However, it crashed. For me, it was a different outcome than what I'm seeing for you. And also because I basically, this was my very, very first business. I had no clue about anything. When I started with dropshipping, I didn't really, like, I was this dumb guy who was just like increasing the budget on Facebook, and it was working for whatever reason, and that's it. So yeah.
But you know what? This your experience saying that you have to scale slowly because when you did it faster, it crashed. You told us this story and we built on it. We built on it.
Mhm.
Because you said
Mhm.
that you crashed because of 1, 2, 3 reasons. You told
Yes.
us the reasons,
Correct.
and we avoided the reasons.
Correct.
We avoided the reasons. So
Yes.
so I'm not going to tell you that we're the smartest. We started where you finished, and this helped us a lot. When like problems are lessons, and you don't need to go into the problem to learn it. You learn from other people's problems.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And yeah, it's basically just a couple of things which you can mess up on that level. And then every single small mess up actually becomes really big. And a problem which is not really noticeable on $500 per day is going to be crushing your business at 8K per day. And the reason for that is just that the profit margins are going to be changing. And if the problems just get bigger and bigger and bigger with the time, and it's kind of like it's a like, I forget the English, but it's basically like a way steeper curve, and it just goes much like exponential. That's why. But yeah, for you currently, how many hours per day do you work on this? How do you structure your day, and how does that look like for you?
So in the beginning, I was answering all the emails by myself, and we were getting like 300 orders per day, and that was a lot of emails. But I wanted to do it by myself in the beginning because I wanted to get full understanding of what is the problem with customers and everything. Like I chose to, like, we had the money to hire someone, but I chose to do it by myself. Eventually, it's very difficult because like emails take at least 4 or 5 hours per day at least. So we hired a person for to do it. And right now, some days I work for 30 minutes. Some days I work for 3-4 hours if I want to explore some things. But I have the choice to not touch anything for a week. There will be no problem at all, But I choose to, of course, because I want to follow and want to improve things and want to be in touch with the supplier and put pressure on them to do the best quality and everything. But if I choose to just have 2 weeks off, it will be absolutely no problem.
Yeah, that's the most amazing part about dropshipping, and it's definitely that if you kind of put the time which you actually have to into really relevant things, that's what matters. I can work for 5 hours, I can work for 10 hours, for 15 hours per day. If I don't do the things which actually matter, it doesn't count. And a lot of people have this feeling that the more they work, the better the result, meaning that you just have to work. But in reality, it's like, okay, cool, but do you do the right thing? And if no, then stop. Because I, in the beginning, also remember how I had those days where I was just working for 8 hours per day, but in reality, I was working for 30 minutes max. And those 30 minutes were enough to fuel the business. But at some point, I just understood I can just cut out 7.5 hours and focusing on bullshit here. And then it changes everything again.
Automation is the key, and when you have people and process becomes automatic, it's of course this is the key, because it's not smart to spend hours and energy in things that others can do, because the key, of course, when you start to be successful, is to think about how to scale, how to scale your business, not scale this product, scale your business to get new products, how to manage your cash flow in the best way, how to find better prices for suppliers. So this is what you should spend your time in. You shouldn't spend time answering customers and emails. And I just done it for a few weeks because I wanted to understand, not because I had to, because I wanted to understand. But then I thought, okay, I'm gonna delegate this to someone. I'm gonna spend my time, if it's 1 hour or 2 hours per day, of brainstorming and thinking and quality thinking. This is much better.
Agreed. Another question I have for you is, for you, obviously, after testing like 30 products by yourself and nothing really hitting, and then us testing like two and you already found a winner, what do you see now how this product is different from everything you tested? Do you think it was a product? Do you think it was something else? I mean, let's talk about that.
I mean, when I look at the product, like, okay, I mean, it's, from the statistics, from the way we do product research and the way you told us to do product research, okay, this is a good product, but I didn't really know, like, that, you get the sense of winners, of course, you get the sense of winner products later on by time. Now, when I see product, I say, okay, maybe this one have higher chances than this one. But in the beginning, if I'm judging this product, I thought it's like, okay, it's a good product, but I didn't know it's like that good. So the thing is also, like, and also you told us this, and I've been, I know this for sure now, is I should let the numbers do the speaking and not involve my personal opinion, like, because my personal opinion is influenced by the country I live in, the lifestyle I have, but this is not the same country they live in and not the same lifestyle they have. So I should put my opinion aside, put my emotions aside, and let the numbers speak, and let the product research speak very neutrally. And then this is a winner product that even if I don't like and I would never use, but it is still a winner product. So this is very important.
Yeah, 100%. And do you think, I think this is also pretty interesting, because do you think, like, if you would have found this product by yourself and you actually would have tested it with the strategy you were applying previously, would the product work, or do you think it would have?
For out of curiosity, I tested it also, when we started and when we were making money and everything was very successful. I also tested it the other way, I wanted to see if it was gonna work in the other way, and it actually made a few sales. And yeah, it has a chance, but it wasn't gonna show us this sign like with your strategy. Absolutely, for sure, wasn't going to be the case, But we could have skipped it, We could have skipped this product and thought this is not a winner, because also, mass testing maybe can work, but do we really test the product the way it should be tested? Do we use the right creatives? Do we use the right strategy, or we are doing stupid things and we say that, okay, this product not working, but we really didn't test it the way it should have been tested. So I agree that we could have just skipped this product. We could have tested it. We thought, okay, it's not working, and moved on. While actually this is like wealth, like, it's like, winner is a wealth, a winner product is like a treasure. So
yes,
yeah.
And here it's really interesting to say that the product itself matters a lot, and this is exactly what I mean with like my specific strategy on Facebook, which is a little bit different than like the regular Facebook strategy, which most people do and teach, is because that the ratio of winning products with this very specific strategy, which I'm again not going to talk about on YouTube, but like everybody in the program knows about it, it's literally, it's just different, and it's such a compelling, strong offer, and it makes a product very easy to sell and very easy to buy. And then if you combine that with extremely good creatives, it's just going to work. So yeah.
I mean, this strategy almost sells every good product. But it just makes a difference if this is profitable or not. But I mean, we're gonna make sales with this strategy, like anything, we're gonna make sales. But let's just find the one that is profitable, and the one that is more profitable, and the one that gives bigger margins. That's the thing.
Exactly. But for you, what would you say were the biggest learnings from the program itself?
The biggest learning from the program?
Yeah.
So first of all, the Facebook strategy. This is like, I would have never thought to do this, to do that, and I would have never found this content for free online. I'll be very honest. Now I look like I'm making like a promotion for you, but this is very honest, very, very honest. This content is not going to be free online, and nobody is going to say it. Although some people know about it, but they make online courses. They make 8-hour online courses. They're going to look like they're teaching us everything, but they're keeping things for themselves, for sure. And also, for product research, the criteria, I think we optimized this a little bit with you. We improved it a little bit with you regarding the many things. But yeah, the product research process is much better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. But for you, what would you say like is the main goal for let's say the next 6 to 12 months? Where do you actually want to be at with this?
So, now because of the payment gateways and PayPal and Stripe, we are slowing down a little bit because of some issues. And once we get over this, and I think we have a chance to get over it soon. And this is mainly because we don't live in Europe, by the way. If you live in Europe, it's much easier. But once
or
we get
United States.
Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah. Europe or the States, of course, or Canada, Australia. But once we get over this, I believe if you're asking me for the goal, like in numbers, for the 12 months, of course we want to hit over $1 million profit.
Yeah. Amazing. And it's definitely a challenging. It's definitely like a really high goal. Means that you will have to make like over 80K in profit every month for 12 months straight, which is definitely tough. However, it's doable. And I think like let's forget about the numbers themselves. What would you say is your goal in terms of like personally with this business?
Okay, in my life in general.
Yeah, like what do you want to do with this $1 million in profit?
I mean, I have a few goals. I have, for example, I have one of the challenges in my life is with my daughter. We have like she has some health issues, and that she's gonna live with for the rest of her life. And I want to make something that will help all the children that have the same case, and they cannot pay for the therapy and the treatment. So this is one thing I want to do it here in my country. I want to, like I told you, improve, of course, living quality. I want to start some other businesses that will help other people in my country to work and find jobs and start things. So, I mean, I'm gonna take it step by step. I know I don't want to like jump into a lot of things, but we're gonna take it step by step and reach, like, for example, $1 million profit. It's not gonna happen from the first day. We're gonna hit 30, then we're gonna hit 50K, then we're gonna hit 70K, we're gonna hit 100K, and we're gonna take step by step. Just to be on the ground and be realistic.
Yeah, and this is also kind of the third level, which is there after, like exactly what I said with, okay, personally you need like 10K. For family, I would say again like up to 35, max 40K. Family is covered. That's it. Like you don't really need, like, obviously if you have those like super luxurious, like if you want to go crazy, of course you can spend more on family, but I would say that that's basically enough. Or you have like a huge family, which is always different, obviously. But if you double that and get to 80 or 100K, that's kind of the place where you're going to stop caring about you and your super tight circle. And because that's already covered, and the next bigger thing is just something bigger, whatever is like personally intended, like relevant for you. And it's always like very biased because, and I'm always thinking about this, where just because I have a personal experience, I care about this group of people which have disabilities, or this group of people who have like problems in general, much more. However, at the end of the day, that's, I think, the correct way of thinking, because then the argument would be, okay, why do you care about your family and not the other family more? Because then just first it should be another family. And I think it's just very human and very normal to care about things which matter, for which are relevant. And after that is covered, then we can speak about the rest. But that's way bigger. For you, what would you say, just jumping to another topic here, is the main advice you would give to a dropshipping beginner, just like a regular guy who's starting out right now?
So first of all is to change the mindset, because everybody starts with the mindset that dropshipping is easy money. And I've seen so many people saying in videos that dropshipping is not easy, and I didn't believe them. You know? I said, okay, no, dropshipping is easy money. I think it's easy money. It's not easy at all. You know, I couldn't imagine that I stayed for like a year before I made the profit, and it could have been less. For example, if I enrolled to your program earlier or something, I think maybe I would have, without this experience, maybe I would have taken more time with you also, maybe to make profit. But still, I wasn't gonna take a year. But the thing is, some people are gonna make it fast, some people are gonna take time, and it's really not easy. And you think you start to make money and everything is nice, but you get hit by problems and problems and problems, and you get depressions and get pulled down. It's really not easy. It's really not easy. It's stressful in the beginning. It needs hard work, and it needs to give all in seriously. All in. It cannot work other way. It has to be all in. So it's not easy. Yeah, and you need to prepare yourself. As a beginner dropshipper, you need to prepare yourself for a tough business. Just the same, you will prepare yourself. You're gonna start a restaurant, or you're gonna start to build something. You're gonna be prepared, psychologically, that you're gonna take time. You're gonna put a lot of effort, because the restaurant is not gonna make profit from the first day, and you need to do this and that and that, and you are fully prepared for the effort. So put the same effort in dropshipping, and don't perceive it as something that doesn't need effort, or something that will just work quickly, or something that just generate money like a cash cow. It's not. It's really not. And but I promise that it's very rewarding. Once you put all the effort, it's very rewarding. It's much more rewarding than the restaurant. So, so this is what I would advise, is to change the mindset from easy business to a business that you need to put all your energy and time and effort in.
Yeah, amazing. That's one of the biggest things, and unfortunately, it's just this completely wrong portrayal on YouTube, or from a lot of people who just say it's super easy. And then exactly what you just said, like people who say it's not easy, most people don't believe it because it's portrayed so easily. And in the beginning, you just think, okay, it's like a quick thing where 2-3 months I'm going to be rich. And I remember how every single day where it was not working yet, I was like, okay, next month I'm going to be rich, but next month I'm really going to be rich, but next month 100%. It's like this focus on right now, as soon as possible, make money. And like people just don't really think a little bit more long term and think, okay, if I don't make 160K in the next 30 days, what's going to happen? Like, that's probably not likely. However, it is very likely that in a matter of a bigger time frame, in 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months, you actually can get to decent numbers where you can live from this business only, and then you can put in more time, and also you're going to have more budget to fund this. Because by the way, you would not be able to scale this quick if you would not have external funding also, correct? This was not something which is like you just scale like this without anything.
Yeah, it's not easy, of course, and we were not prepared to scale that fast. We were not. This was not the plan, but we changed the plan. Just that, and if we had not found the funds, we were going to take it very slow, and we we're going to be okay and absolutely happy and satisfied and everything. We we're going to be thankful and grateful and everything. But like you said, the thing is, you cover yourself, you don't need to like extra income, you live good. Like that can happen like in the short term, and then you know that on long term you're gonna be rich. And like you said, everybody's got, okay, in 60 days I'm gonna move out, I'm gonna go to Dubai, but I mean, this mindset needs to change. Like seriously, it needs to change, because it puts a lot of pressure on yourself. You put a lot of pressure on yourself, and pressure means explosion. Can be like just demotivation and stuff. But if you relax from the beginning and give yourself space and time and take step by step, it's gonna be much easier, like emotionally and psychologically.
Yeah. I 100% agree. I cannot agree with this more, because I've seen, like, it's for me, I have this really, really strong privilege of working one-on-one with a lot of people, and I see exactly what's going on. what's like what mindsets get people further, which don't, and what people to like kind of succeed. And I've seen that this is a very, very dominant mindset of thinking about this is going to work quick right now, and that kind of stops everybody from succeeding. And then after you see success, most people don't understand what the real numbers are. They have no clue how much profit they're making, because when we talk, every single time we talk, you're telling me not how much revenue you made. You're just telling me I made 15K profit. I made 30K. That's it. That's the thing which matters. But most people don't tell me that. They tell me I made 30K revenue this month. Cool, but how, like in reality, after everything, how much do you personally make right now? And it's not that much, because you kind of pump yourself up and you have this like big ego about the 30K, and now you cannot drop all of a sudden to only making 5K, because in reality you made 5K, but you thought you made 30. And because you already told yourself that you kind of make 30K a month, you like it's really a weird thing where it's tough to go back to profits now and kind of downgrade even though the time goes on. So that's one huge thing I've also seen. But yeah, for you, like I think actually one thing which I saw which you did really well is just approaching problems the right way, because you definitely, it was not the easiest thing for you. And even without talking about like all the products you tested without me, even just talking about the products you tested with me, you still got hit by a very severe Facebook block, which was not like, okay, solvable by just getting a new account and that's it. It didn't work. So maybe let's talk about how you actually approach problems in general, how you go about it.
I mean, we still have this concept that we cannot stop, that we will not stop. So these problems we need to find, but we reached a point where we really thought that this product, we need to move on and leave it, because we have, like, Facebook was just giving us hard time with the ads. We had no idea why, we were looking here and there, and we finally found the reason. I've told you the reason, but this was not going to be the reason in my mind at all, and even we called Facebook, we spoke to them and they didn't give us reasons, and it was very frustrating. Imagine like you're making 1,000 profit per day and suddenly they stop your whole thing and they don't give you reasons, and they say you're permanently disabled because of this and that, and they don't say reasons. So the way we approach problem is we have in mind that we're not going to stop. We definitely we're not going to stop, even if we have to find a completely different product or something. But we put all our effort, and like I told you, we're two persons, me and my brother, and we put all our energy. And I always said something that is very important, that the more difficult I find dropshipping is, the more relieved I am and relaxed I am from inside, because I always tell myself, if dropshipping is easy, why is not everyone doing dropshipping? Why there are only a few persons who are doing great with dropshipping when it's easy? But when I find this problem, I know that many people will not just pass it, will not just pass this problem, will stop. So much people will stop. And I understand now why dropshippers are the successful ones are not a lot. So this is what keeps me going. Okay, yes, it makes sense. When I see the problem, I say this kind of problem makes sense to me. This is why it filters people, and it starts with 1,000 dropshippers. Eventually, with the first problem, we're 700. With the second problem, we're 400. With the most difficult problem, we're 50, and then 10% make it. Makes all the sense for me.
100%. And I would argue that it's not 10, it's like maybe 0.05 or something. It's like way less than you think, because you see the dropshippers which even started. In your head, it's totally normal to just test products. With most people which are even watching this video right now, they're thinking to themselves, like, did he say 30 products? That's insane. I'm testing one product for the last 3 months. I didn't test it yet, but I prepare everything, make it everything perfect, and soon I'm going to test it. And then if something there doesn't work, they're like, all right, dropshipping's dead. And it's just because of the time frame they set for that one product test. And most people don't, like, let's say you work on one product for 3 months. If that doesn't work, you instantly think that dropshipping is dead. However, if you would have worked on that same product for 2 days, and then the next product another 2 days, and then the next, like if it doesn't work after 2 days, you just move on and on. Inside of 3 months, you have a winner if you have the right strategy.
You're right, but we were testing 3 products in a day. Okay,
but that's but that's what I'm saying with like the average dropshipper. If you're saying you're testing 3 products per day, and you were like, for you it was the most normal thing to test 30 products without success, and you're just like, okay, I'm gonna keep going until it works. That's not what most people think, and most people don't even test their first product. I cannot get this stat out of my head where this Mikey again, like another dropshipping YouTuber who, anyways, basically he has like a Pagefly affiliate link, and it's like a link to so people can sign up. It's like Shopify, it's the same thing, just like where you can build pages. And basically, I think over 70% of the people who bought it didn't start. Never start. He has the insight. He sees what happens. So 70 out of 100 people didn't even start, at least, but it was probably more. And from the 30, what I'm seeing normally with regular dropshippers, maybe if one was really, really good, one had a winner max. Like that's already on a really high end. So from 100 people, it's almost 0 to 1 people who actually make it work. And there's like this first biggest filter is just trusting the process and actually committing after things don't work. That's the biggest filter, I would say. Facebook blog's cool, but you got hit by a severe Facebook blog after you understand it works. I already make 1K per day. I just need to figure this out, and then I can go back. Imagine you would have gotten hit by this before you would have known it. Like if you test 30 products, you get blocked, then their motivation to find a solution to the Facebook block is not that high, because you test the problem, you figure it out, and then you test another 30 products, So those filters, exactly like you say, everybody's on the same playing field. Filters are amazing. And maybe one thing to wrap it up, when I remember how I'm a huge like MMA fan, and I remember how like Khabib was talking about exactly that. He was saying like at some point they were fighting like somewhere, I think in Abu Dhabi, and it was super hot in the octagon, and everybody was complaining about how hot it is in there, and that you fight under completely different conditions and it's super unfair. But he was like, my opponent also, for him it's also hot, so it doesn't matter. Everything, nothing changed. He is in the same exact condition as I am, so it doesn't matter. If you have a Facebook blog, everybody will have a Facebook blog, so it doesn't matter. And you see that on Facebook, because if no Facebook blogs would have been out there, Facebook cost would be so expensive. Everybody would, like, so many more people would do Facebook ads, which means that the CPMs would just skyrocket.
I think the more difficult it is, the easier it is when it becomes when you make stuff. And not trusting the process is stupid, because the process is there. You're gonna see it all the time, and you're gonna open Facebook ads. You're gonna see Facebook videos, Facebook ads in videos that are making 1 million views. So why do you think these people are paying for the video to make 1 million or 2 million views? So not trusting the process and saying that dropshipping is dead is so stupid for me. It's so stupid because it's there in front of your eyes, and because you can't do it, you just say it's not working, but it is working around you all the time.
Yeah, that's actually a great point, because normally how I view it is like, okay, you see numbers on YouTube, but you don't trust the people and you don't know what's going on there. But you're right, because on Facebook you also see that. If you just open Instagram, you're going to see ads which have millions and millions and millions of views, and nobody spends that for nothing. That's absolutely right.
I would really, if I know the value of the program, I would pay like triple and quadruple the money I paid for it, because it is, nothing, changing the life forever is priceless. It's not.
Yeah.
You cannot say this is for this amount or double the amount. This is priceless. And the thing is, of course, the price is relatively very reasonable, and I think I would really say thank you, because you gave us value much more than the price we paid. And I'm not going to say you give us value, but I think you help people to change their life forever. I don't know how much is this worth. It's a lot.
No, exactly. I really appreciate the words. And it's just that after one program, if you do things right and everything starts actually to work, it doesn't stop. It's not a one-time thing, which like, okay, you bought the program once and now it's going to work once. You understand the concept forever, and that changes everything. And
it changes your mindset, changes it, and improves your abilities, your mental abilities, improves the way you think, and gives you knowledge that you can build on forever and start and never stop.
yeah, amazing, man. Really, really appreciate it. For everybody watching right now, if you also want to get started with the program itself, you can click the link below, sign up for a free consultation session. We're going to find out if everything is a good fit. If yes, we're going to start to work together. If no, then not. And yeah, then I will maybe have an update interview with you after you hit the million.
Yeah, hopefully we're gonna do that.
Yeah. All right.